All right. So I have a rule for myself, and that's every loss I take, I have to do at least 1 hour of backtesting. I took a loss yesterday, and so here I am doing the deed. So 1 hour backtesting minimum. So start on the weekly. Obviously, very bullish on the weekly. Targeting previous weekly high would be that. Just want to see what news. Okay, nothing crazy. We're not inside any like PD array on the daily, nor the weekly. Weekly we're just consolidating at the highs. Nothing here. So you can see this weekly consolidation the past 3 weeks just on a lower time frame here. I usually don't like to get to involve myself too much in higher time frame consolidation, but right now what I'm looking at, because I am bullish on the weekly, four hour can sweep this low here and give me something. I would argue this is an order block, considering trading range, swept, and we've just been consolidating within this range. So that's bottom of the range, order block. So we're trading within that. So that's your higher time frame PD array. We just need that sweep. See if we get that. Okay. My apologies. I didn't realize we were already at 9:30 on the lower time. Or we weren't. Wait, so why is it? Real quick here, let me just make sure. Yeah, I want this to be 9:15, and then we go from there. All right. So, I mean, we saw this already played out, which is nice. Let's just see if we can get an entry, because that's exactly what I was looking for. Wait for 9:30 open. Cool. We haven't gotten the sweep we want yet, so we have to wait for that. Okay, there's that sweep. You can see it on the 1 hour. We'd actually prefer it to go a little bit lower, but I will say it's acceptable. Oh, you also actually take note of this as well, right? 1 hour fair value gap and inversion fair value gap that we're trading inside of. But I am hoping we go a little bit lower, but if we start to distribute here, I'm okay with taking that. Okay, nice, we go. We do go lower and we take these lows. Beautiful. We're still trading within this 1 hour inversion slash fair value gap. Plus the 4 hour order block. So we got everything we need for a buy here. Just see if we get an entry or not. Need a break of structure. There's your break of structure. Okay, so we just need this to get tapped into. We're going to put the stop loss, be conservative with it, put it underneath the lows, not here. So underneath the low. And targeting, I would just be targeting these highs here. That's about it. And that would be my max take profit. I'm obviously taking profit along the way. First one would probably be here at this high. if we get our limit order hit. Oh, okay, hang on. So realistically, this wouldn't be chasing price at this point, as long as the risk reward's still good enough. I'd still accommodate for that low there. I'm not too concerned with so it's fine. So this actually does get tapped into. That's fine. But I'm going, as price goes higher, unless I feel like I'm chasing it, I'm going to move my limit order to the next highest fair value gap that got created. That being said, I'm not going to then put my stop loss underneath that, right? I'm going to still, right, have my stop loss where it was originally. It's just going to end up making my risk reward smaller, which is fine. As long as it's above a 1-to-1, I'm okay with that. But yeah, that would have been that would have been the ideal entry, but that doesn't matter because I have to account for a higher fair value gap, just in case we don't come back down for that. Oh, okay, we got taken out. Let's see if we can get a re-entry. Break a structure again. Underneath this low, this would be partials. We can afford to aim for something smaller this time because our risk to reward would be better here. Okay. Got to accommodate for this now. And it decides to use this. This would be getting a little too crazy. I could bring this here. It would actually be this. Yeah, nah. Alright, no trade. Unfortunate that it went in our direction without us and actually took us out first. That's fine. Part of the game. Part of the game next day. Again, still bullish on the weekly. I want to see that previous weekly high get taken, if possible. Although it is already Friday, so we'll see. But it is already Friday, so we might not see that get taken. It's okay. New trading range is this in the 4-hour. Go to the 1-hour. You can see this consolidation a bit nicer. Obviously, we already swept, which kind of stinks. But if we can sweep one more time, go a little bit lower on market open, trade into the here, and then go higher, I'd like that. Or it could just skyrocket because at the end of the day, we've already done the job. So. That's what it did, so that's fine. Yeah, it did its job at 7 a.m. with the sweep there, so it didn't have to go to where I wanted to see it, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to get in when the sweep occurs that early. And then, although I will say this is pretty intriguing, the fact that we left these highs and then came back. But problem with getting that sweep so early is the displacement is terrible. Like there's no fair value gap available for that entry anyway, so. Yeah, alright. No trade there, no trade on that Friday. Let's look at the weekly now because we're starting a new week. So that's the all-time high we can aim for. This is just the previous weekly high, which will be our objective. However, I assume if we're going to come for this, we should be coming for that as well. But just have that marked out as the previous weekly high. Daily again. Oh, my bad. Daily again, not giving us much at all. Very, very choppy price action on the daily. There's not much else to it. You know, it's fairly indicative of the candlesticks we're seeing on the weekly, but weekly does look a little bit more bullish to me. Obviously, the daily, I would say, doesn't really have much of a directional bias that I can really gain from it. If I had to guess where this candle is going to go just based off the weekly, I would say that this candle could be bullish for the day. Let me go to the lower time frame and get a better idea. Okay, when I look at the 4 hour, my first instinct is I'd like to see this low get taken here, and then we could potentially sweep and go higher. Yeah, getting that same feeling from this as well. If we can take this low, maybe even trade as low as here, and then go higher. Okay, so we got the sweep. Let's see if we can get, and we got the sweep low enough to get into this as well. So that's higher time frame PD array. All right, let's see if we can get our entry, or we just go lower. That's fine too. I mean, as long as I'm not in a trade getting stopped out there, I'm okay. You can do whatever you want after that sweep. So clearly it did not want to sweep. It just wanted to continue, which is fine. Again, that's just indicative of where we are on, like, when you look at the daily, it's very unpredictable right now. But we're trading within an August summer month. It's probably the worst month for trading, typically, so just kind of have to bear with it. Be very, very disciplined with, you know, taking trades and when not to, and you know, be very selective. So I don't know if I like this sweep as much as I did before. You know, I would have liked this for us to continue. This is a little bit too much for me. I mean, what you could do, and then what could work out, I'm not going to, is this is technically a range here. We swept sell side and buy side. Sweep here. We could just target the equilibrium of this move. Right? I'm just not a big fan of it. Especially in August. I'm trying to see like a nice simple sweep, boop. Not much of an entry anyway. I mean, I guess you can enter here. You just pretty ugly though. You know, in hindsight it works, but in real time, I don't know if I'm looking at that and saying, yeah, I want to enter there. Okay, next day. Yeah, I mean, this is, it's August. Let's try to get out of August as quickly as possible. It stinks that August is coming up in real time. Hopefully it doesn't trade anything like this, but I would not be surprised. Yeah. Still consolidating on the daily and the weekly. It's very, very hard to gain any directional bias from the higher time frames here. You know, this is just and what do we have here? Hopefully heavy news, so I don't have to worry about trading. Fed Chair Powell speech, I mean, FOMC minutes, and then that's it for the week. Okay, I mean, this is just really ugly. Like, I'm not even going to entertain this, to be honest with you. I'm going to give my directional bias on it. Or, not even. I'm going to kind of make an assumption of where I think price is going to go, but I'm not going to be placing trades until we're out of this disgusting range that we're currently in. for me, I believe that we'll probably turn bullish from this point here. Because we got that sweep, we're coming back down into a fair value gap, into a discount. We left highs above. That would be my idea here. And it's okay. Again, not taking trades. And I'm not surprised that my analysis was wrong, because it's very, very hard to be this right here, very hard to play the probabilities game within this range, within something that looks like this. All right, trading is a probabilities game. We're trying to find higher probability plays, right? Higher probability that it's going to win, be a winning trade rather than a losing trade. That's all. That's all trading is. It's not about, you know, making sure we're right 100% of the time, but it's making sure 100% of the time we're getting into a trade that has probability on our side. And this environment would not it just wouldn't have that for us, so just let it do its thing. Like, it's not reaching for anything on the weekly. That's why I'm bullish. Like, there's not a fair value gap that hasn't been touched into here that it's like it would make sense for us to come for. I'm bullish. It's just, how is that going to happen? I have no idea, because when I look at the daily, it's very ugly. So yeah. Sweep, then go higher would be my guess. Okay. Continues to go lower, which I'm actually okay with, because we're finally actually doing something. Hallelujah. Finally doing something. So we're taking out these lows here. We're trading back into, I wouldn't call this an order block on a weekly because it's in a deep premium, but it is an order block on the daily though, because this is the current trading range on the daily. So we're back in a discount on the daily. We're trading inside of an order block on the daily. We are sweeping lows on the daily, so this is now a little bit more conducive for a potential trade. Let's see. Gotta be careful though, right? We are intraday trading. Just because we swept lows on the daily does not mean anything for us realistically. Like, it can give us an idea of where we want to see the daily candlestick go, but we're not taking a swing trade up to these highs, so we have to be careful. Okay. Something easy we could reach for, just looking for that. I mean, it's a decent target for an intraday trade. I just need to see like my model show up on the 15-minute. Okay, it didn't, so that's fine. Target was reached, but my model just didn't show up right. I never got a sweep on the 15 minutes, so Again, we got to sweep on a higher time frame like the daily and the 4 hour, but I'm not swing trading, so I need to, find my model on the lower time frame. Okay, we reached our target, so that's it for that day. Continue with this bullishness, hopefully. This was beautiful during London session. We swept, went into a fair value gap, and then continued off that really nicely. This and this target now, so this is the next draw at a bare minimum. Problem is, again, our model is just not going to show up for us because it took place during London session. Okay, I guess it will show up for us, but that is the most disgusting candle I've ever seen. I don't think there was news on this day, so I don't know what that is. But okay, it did its job. If I went to the 1 minute, it wouldn't matter. I don't know what this is. It's an anomaly, but especially without news, right? There's no entry for us there though. But the model did the sweep took place. The model didn't, right? Because there was no entry, but yeah. Okay, fair play. Direction was correct though. That's good. We might actually hit the weekly objective here today. Came close. Okay. So now it becomes a little bit more obvious that we're gonna come for this all-time high here, or I don't know if it's an all-time. Yeah, looks like it's an all-time high at this stage. So. That's what we're currently reaching for. Let's see if we can get something. This environment's a little bit better towards the end of August here. Let me see. So we're trading inside of a 4 hour fair value gap. So we got our higher time frame PD, right? We have our bias. We have our sweep there. I mean, again, it's happening before market open, which sucks. That really is painful that keeps happening. We'll see how market opens. I might actually entertain this, but I won't enter before market open. Yeah, there you go. This is something I'll enter. Well, actually, I'm gonna assume we already came for the objective. Yeah, can't be entertained. It's fine. Look, the sweep happened before market open again. Like there's nothing I could do about that. I don't get in trades prior to market open. I have to wait because 9 times out of 10 you're getting wicked out if you like, especially with a move like this. 9 times out of 10, if I'm getting in here, knowing that we already had a sweep. Well, first of all, this isn't even. I can't even do this because like. I mean, is my model even present here? Like my model's not even present here. But let's pretend that there was a fair value gap here that I can get in off of, and there was a little bit better distribution after the sweep. Typically, you get in at 928, 929, right? Even if I account for this low, you're getting this. You're getting a giant wick on this candle before you go higher. We didn't get that today, but that's fine. I mean, I can't, like, it is what it is. But that is a fucking insane candle there. Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, on a day like today, it's just like, all right, day's over, cool. Because we came for the previous weekly objective in the first 30 minutes of market open. So, okay, cool. Next day. Holy fuck, that's how the day closed. All right, cool. Well, we're finally out of this, which is nice. Finally got some distribution on the higher time frame. Okay. So this is where I don't take inverse trades. However, in an environment like this, I make exceptions because we were at all-time highs. We took the previous daily high, so there's nothing to come for on the buy side. We're in a deep premium. I like to target at a bare minimum inside here would be nice. We also, took the previous session. Yeah. If we can trade down to this, but I don't know if there's going to be a... Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay, there's a sweep. That's good. Alright, there might be something for us here, actually. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Like that, what the hell is that? Looks like it's a Sunday, like, night with those candles. Okay, this looks good for an entry. No, I'm not gonna do it. No. I don't trust my gut on this one. I don't like what I'm seeing. Fuck. Nah, it's okay. I'll go with my gut. Okay. Again, took the previous daily high, so we have nothing to come for. Let me just make sure I count for... No. Okay. Great. It would make more sense for sure, based on liquidity, to target lower. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a fair trade. Okay, well, following my rules, I got in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're consolidating at my entry. I have to take this off, even though it could very well go in my direction at this point. I just have to. This is how I would trade live. Typically, when price consolidates at your entry for a decent amount of time, it's not going to go in your direction, right? You want to see a quick move. So that's where that rule comes into play. It's that simple. I mean, it's tough because, you know, this is technically an entry 2 on the 4-minute, and it's only been here for... You want to give it time to breathe, too, you know? I'll let it keep going. We'll see if it bites me in the ass. I honestly like what I'm seeing right now. So, let it keep going. Okay, this will be take profit 1 right here. Get underneath there. Okay, take profit 1, 50% off the trade. Come on, you can do it. Just, there you go. Okay, cool. Nice trade there. We've been patient so far throughout this entire backtesting session. You know, realistically, we haven't traded for... When was the last trade we took that we lost on? I took a loss here. Yeah, so haven't traded in, you know, 2 weeks' time, so. And, you know, sometimes it's going to happen, especially in August, so. But the reasoning behind this trade was the fact that, yes, we are bullish, okay, we are. However, I'm okay with taking inverse trade in one environment, and that's when we're at all-time highs, and we've already taken the previous daily high before market open. Because at that point, I have no objective to come for in terms of bullishness, okay? Every liquidity pool has been swept. There's no fair value gap above, nothing, okay? There's no PDRA, nothing above, okay? So in terms of liquidity at that point, you have to target something lower. So that's why I'm comfortable in those scenarios doing inverse trades. Okay, we got a sweep of the high. And then, you know, in all honesty, could I have targeted something lower? Probably. You're probably going to see this continue for the rest of the day to here. It looks pretty promising. But, you know, I'm in the business of making money, not gambling. And realistically, if I get like a 1 to 2 risk to reward, I'm not going to push it. But I can see this continuing. Or maybe not, so good on me. Just chopped around for the rest of the day, but it came back to my entry, and then London session, it decides, you know, listen, I've noticed this a lot, and it hasn't happened recently, which I'm happy about. But I've backtested this pair. I mean, you have no idea. And I have noticed in previous years, and I'm going to say this again, I'm happy I have not noticed it too much trading it recently. However, in previous years, during previous times, I've seen the London session play out so nicely on this pair and not give a move during New York. It boggles my mind. I have no idea why that is. It pisses me off, actually, because it's like they have all the Forex pairs work beautifully for them during London session. Let me have this one. As an American citizen, let me have my indexes, bro. Come on. Like, these are New York Stock Exchange indexes. Let me have these ones. So just I'll get off my soapbox, but whenever I see it move during London, I get upset. I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Like, come on now. Why is volume coming in for NASDAQ at 3 a.m. Eastern? Why? But yeah. So now that okay, Now we're bullish again. We're back to being bullish. For obvious reasons, now we traded back into a bullish fair value gap on the daily, right? So our target, previous daily high. We'll see if that's what we actually ultimately aim for if we do get in a trade, but that is what price should be coming for. Sweep on the 4 hour, you can easily tell. Again, happened during London session there. But then we consolidated after, so I would hope we get another bit of, like, some sort of sweep here before. And also, what is this? Okay, that's nothing I care about. Alright. So we got a sweep here, and then we got a sweep here again at 8:30. It did its job if it wants to just go higher from here, so I get it, but I can't get an entry. Nah, yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that. Okay, so now it really swept, and now here's the deal. Let's see if we can get an entry here because, you know, everything is in alignment. We're still trading in a higher time frame PD array. I'm bullish. We got a nice sweep here. Let's see if we can go higher. I might just target the, well, it'll depend, but this could potentially be our target. Okay, we still yet to break structure. Now we've broken structure. I'm not going to target this. No, I don't like it. Look, we gotta break a structure. We have a fair value gap, but the distribution just isn't there. Like, we're consolidating. Okay, that's something. That's something because now we've swept that consolidation. Let me go back to here. This might actually be something we could target. External to internal as far as this range is concerned. This would be a lower risk trade in my opinion. Just go for a nice 1 to 1.3. I think that's very doable. Okay, well, it was doable. It just didn't tap me in. Did I get tapped in on any of these that I could have? No. The only thing I could have done is here. Once we broke above that. But we didn't even tap back into the inverse fair value gap. So it's more of like you would really have to just enter once we broke above. You're like, okay, that's enough for me. But it is what it is. Look, I'm glad it played out, but it just didn't enter us. That's fine. Ooh, let's see. I mean, it doesn't matter because our target was hit. So like at the end of the day, that was like the easy target, and this would be the less. This would be the more risky target, the less probable one, but still probable, but just, you know. Yeah. Nice 5-minute entry there that you could have gotten potentially. Yeah. Still bullish, you know. This would be the previous daily high we can target. Bit choppy though. I don't love that. Okay. If we sweep this, we're inside of here. We're inside inverse fair value gap. Also fair value gap. Just come for these equal highs. It's possible. I actually don't mind that. You fucker. It's not gonna come back for us. Just watch. It won't do it. I know it won't. But we will set our limit order just in case. Oh, this isn't gonna be good enough, is it? Nope. It's not gonna work. Damn it. There we go. All right. Be sad. That's okay. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. To me, the fact that look, this is one where you follow your trading plan, it just doesn't pan out. It is what it is. I don't know what else to say. I mean, the fact that we left this high too is crazy. It would be one thing if we came up here, took this. Okay. At that point, actually, you wouldn't even see me in the trade because I would have taken the limit order off. But the fact that we left this is pretty criminal, if you think about it. Okay, it's pretty criminal to leave that and then go lower. That's fine though. So. Interesting. They never make it easy, do they? No, that's why this is the hardest job in the world. So it's not supposed to be easy. But let's see how we could have approached that differently. If at all. I don't know. Probably not at all, actually. I don't think it would have given us an entry. Nope. No entry was given. This is just one of those days, you know. Late August. It's just fucking not in the mood for you. Fuck you, get off my back. I'm going without you. It is what it is. It happens. Again, the direction was correct. It's just, you know, at the very least, if I get the direction right, I'd like to just not be in the trade at the very least. I got taken out, and then it went in my direction. That's obviously worst case scenario, but shit happens. Part of the game. Part of the game. Shit happens. So, alright. Okay, all-time highs, again, broke past previous daily high. So if it's, I wouldn't count out an inversion trade, but also at the same time we sweep this, we can come for a buy. So it's leaving us with two potential opportunities here today. Let's see what we can do. This is actually the range here. Okay. Yeah, we can sweep. Let's see. Boom. Okay, we swept the high. Let's, you know, if it does that, it does that. We have nothing. Okay. We had two potential opportunities today, but neither of them actually played out. So had we come up here and swept this and started going lower, I trade that. Had we swept this first and then go higher, I trade that. We decided, no, we're gonna leave all this liquidity here and then just rocket higher. Hey, fair enough. What that means is we're not gonna be bullish for too much longer before we take out those lows. But yeah, we'll stay with it. For this to be a sweep now would be a little ridiculous in my opinion, but let's see what it does. Yeah. So just continue to skyrocket higher. It's fine. Okay, another all-time high with the previous daily high swept. So This is a bit different though, because we already came and swept this low. We're inside of 4-hour fair value gap. I'd like to see us actually continue higher here, if I'm being honest. We left, so we do have that previous session high, but that's about it. That's all we can reach for. It might have, it very well could have already done its job here. I would like to see one more sweep so we can get underneath this low. And so it can sweep once market opens, but okay, so it did give us that opportunity. Let's see. How does it look? Not too bad. Still in a premium. That's something we have to be careful with. But it is a sweep. Could go for something a bit more conservative. Let's see. Not the biggest fan of this. Okay, we will target. No, where's the thing? Okay. If we're going to target something, it'll be this. What does it look like in a moment? This candle finished playing out. It did not give us. Not ideal, not ideal. It's so ugly. Why? This is so ugly, man. Like, this is not an entry that is ideal anymore. Could it play out? For sure it could play out. But now, it's just, it's not ideal. Okay, look, I'm telling you, I'll give you 2 reasons why I'm not entering at this point. Okay, reason number 1. We've now taken this high. And we're trading inside this fair value gap. Reason number 2. Oh, let me show you. Look at the way we came up to this point. Are you kidding me? I actually almost want to take a sell here, okay? I'm hands off. We'll see what it does. It's very probable that it does actually just tap us in and take us there. But it's not as... It's much lower probability now where it's sitting than if it would have like started to rally from here, giving us some nice distribution. So yeah. You know, obviously you start to like the sweep less and less as we go lower. I don't get that immediate reaction, so I don't know. I'm gonna go the next day. But yeah, obviously, not obviously, we got this move. Let's see. Would it have given us an entry? I might have switched to the next day a little bit too early, but no, I don't think it would have given us. Nah, it's just too choppy on the way up. It's very, very very ugly. Like even if you go to the 5 minutes, like where am I getting in? So no, didn't give us an entry. Again, great to see the direction that we had, directional bias we had was correct. But yeah, I mean not click that because we already did. All right. All right, so we have a previous daily high that we can come and reach for here. Beautiful. I am bullish. Go to the 4 hour. Okay. No higher time frame PD, right? We can trade from a 4 hour. Nothing much on the 1 hour either. Yeah, nothing much to it here, if I'm being honest. We're just gonna come and reach for it, that's fine. Yeah, my model wasn't present. Could be present for the next session here. I don't like how we already came for the daily objective, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take this. I would say it's not as, probability isn't as great, but if we come and sweep this, yeah, like right here, it wouldn't be the worst buy in the world. However, because we already came for the previous daily high, which was my objective for the day, and we have some smooth lows here. Look, again, maybe a good like trade to risk 0.5% or half of what you usually risk on a trade, you know, or a quarter, you know, but you know, I mean, it's not terrible. Like, it really isn't terrible. I'm not going to get in here, but right, this would be the limit order underneath the low. Target this. Let's see what it does. Curious to see what it does here. But so that's that. Let's go to the next day. Previous daily high we can reach for again. Looks like this candle should be bullish on the daily, so that's good. Sure. Come on, computer. Let's get those frames up, shall we? All right. Wait. Yeah, okay. What's today? Thursday? Okay. NFP. Wasn't even aware, but we didn't take a trade past Wednesday open, so we're good. But yeah, I can't take a trade here. Let's just go to the next day open. I can't take a trade here. All right. Monday. Okay, so at this point, we are at all-time highs. We broke the previous weekly high already with Sunday open. We broke the previous daily high, which was this. So I can inverse here. I can, if I see if liquidity is showing that it looks like it's a good opportunity, but looking at the 4 hour, I don't love what I'm seeing. Yeah, this is probably a no trade day. Yeah, I don't really love what I'm seeing, but it could for sure go lower here. My guess is we either chop around or we go lower, but it's just kind of ugly, so. That was like a half day for some reason. I don't know what happened, but yeah, we chopped around, so. Okay. Next day open. So at least we have an objective now. We can come for this previous daily high if we're bullish. yeah, this isn't. So here's the deal, right? We have our bias. Okay, I would like to see us be bullish today. Or at least, and start rallying higher. We could end bearish, but like have a nice wick here. Because realistically, my only objective is here. Could we come this low? I guess. This is probably a no trade day again, which is fine. You gotta be selective, dude. On live account, look, and it has been less on this backtesting session because for the majority of it we were inside of August, which is really shitty. But realistically, I'm taking 2 trades a week max on a live account. You just have to be picky. It's that simple. So look, I don't have a higher time frame PD array that we're trading inside of. The daily isn't that telling of where we want. I mean, I'm bullish, but it's not that telling. So yeah, there's just nothing here for us. We can go to the 15 minute to see like what price does, but again, we're not inside of a higher time frame PD array. It makes it a lot harder. Nice sweep. So it ended up doing that. It ended up giving us that wick, which is nice to see that we got that right. But again, we weren't inside of a higher time frame PD array that I could trust. So, but yeah, this market is very choppy again. Hopefully we can break out of this soon. It's not all that nice looking. I want to be bullish here, I really do. So look, if we're inside of a 4-hour fair value gap. Nope. 1 hour fair value gap. No, but potentially soon. And we are trading inside of an inversion fair value gap. So something to take note of there. If we can go to the 15 minute. Got a sweep. Yeah, this is something that has potential. Okay, well that's not the sweep I was looking for. That's a pretty telling candle that we're not going to go higher, or at the very least we're targeting these lows. If we do take these lows, no, I'm not coming into. Now, can you argue these lows are a higher time frame PD array? For sure, you can. I mean, I prefer to trade within a fair value gap on a higher time frame, find my model there, but you can find your model after sweeping these lows. Okay. Yeah, we're just not taking a trade here. It's fine. Okay, we took the majority of the sell side liquidity there, which is good. Didn't tap into this fair value gap, which is a little annoying, but I don't think we need to because we swept this. I think we could be bullish now. So we swept the lows. That makes me bullish on the daily, but I'm not trading inside of a higher time frame PD array right now. Yeah, so no entry there with the model. Yeah, I mean, that's a target for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Let's see the results that we had from August and the beginning of September there. I literally took 2 trades, I think, that entire time. Actually, is this the... Let me make sure this is the right... 2022... Yeah. Okay. Okay, well... Made it out with plus 2.7. I mean, I'll take that on a shitty month, so... That's what you get for being disciplined, which is good. Good to see. That is the beginning of August, and then... Yeah, cool.